I'm being held prisoner by a gangbanger. It's dark out and he's wearing sunglasses. You know what that means? What he wants me to move. Wants me to move. See me? Let me move. Okay. Now the gangbang with me. Yeah, it's what he tries to intimidate me, but don't work because I'm a brave man. Even though I'm being held prisoner by a man who's capable of everything. What do you?
Yeah.
He has bad mannerisms. You know what he does? He sings, and let me tell you something. He feeds me, then he sings, and I try to keep my food down, but it's very hard.
Yeah, man. You know what I mean? I was, on the street, poking the dikes in the corner, and in the corner I was hitting some corn, and then when I ate the corn, I ate too much corn. I went to the hospital, but I was like, nah, and I had to pull a nine. But then the time was just time can't pass by, and then I went back home, and I was chilling with the AC, man.
See, the gangbangers don't get along with corn. It doesn't, it gets stuck in the teeth. Because, and then when they're gonna, then when it's their gold teeth. See, he doesn't have any gold teeth. That's why he still eats corn.
So what happened once I was having a fight with homie. He was like 6 year old, and I was undebated and I was doing too much. And the next you know, I went to say, "What are you doing, my man?" And then boom, then I took my whole front teeth and I had to put some new teeth that's not real, but it's not faking it. But you know what I
Well,
mean.
I know what you mean. He's having it with a 6-year-old. He has fights with 6-year-olds. And he plays basketball with them. So he seems like he's tall, but he's not tall. He's a little person. And then he says, I could be a basketball player. Not in America. Maybe in Japan. But the
Japan?
people, they're little tiny people.
Japan?
In Japan.
Oh man. And my power Chino, he oh man, me, we used to run the streets and Chino, and I was like, hey, la papamola, money, Chino, money, 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 papa, money.
You know, it's very disturbing. I've been prisoner held by the Turk. I call him the Turk. That's his nickname, his gangbanger nickname. And he calls me here and he says he tries to make me eat in so little food. And I say, please,
Trust.
Mr. Gangbanger, let me eat. Please. I need to eat. Why don't you let me go out in the sun? No, Whitey. Yes, he gets racial. He gets racial. And that's not nice because he said you'll burn like a vampire letting in the sun. Ah, ah. I say, look at you. I'll get color. I'll get a little pink. And he said, no, you won't. Don't you know about global warming? There's no atmosphere no more. Well, is that my fault? And then he says, yes. I said, how's that go? And then he says, because the environment is controlled by white people. We have all these stuff. That's not true. I don't even control the air conditioner in this
Yeah,
goddamn place.
yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, yeah. Because I'm from Compton, you know what I mean? Compton, I'm just straight, and there's no traffic lights or nothing. There's just me walking by and a 36745, and then just go to 365 and you got the smoke and over there, you know what I mean? I don't know sometimes where I'm at right now. I don't know how I got here. I just know I don't know, I just went through the window and then I saw this guy. I was like, I ain't going nowhere. And then I left my pistol in the front, so I can't walk because I'm too tired, and I'm a little high right now, and I'm toxic,
Little.
so
Let me tell you something. I'm going to interpret what he just said because
okay.
it's in a language nobody knows.
Tell
Because
me.
he went, first off, he has sunglasses on a dark day. So he's walking. He can't see nothing because he's high
Mm.
and he has the drug and the traffic is terrible. And I worry about him. Yes, you say, well, how come you worry about him? And you know what's called the Stockholm syndrome when you get fond of your captors.
Mm.
And but they should, I say, look, get off the drugs and stop pushing the drugs. You're on your own stuff, my friend. You
Mm.
know what he was doing? He was playing basketball with 12-year-olds at best, Probably 6-year-olds because you see how little he is. He's a little man. Look at my face. I mean, I look like Gulliver's Travels. I look like a giant person next to this tiny little man. And you say, but Vinny, why don't you walk? Why don't you overpower him and get your freedom? Because I can't walk. And they know it. They know it and they do bad things to me. Look, please. Free me from having you see. I just wanna be out of having you see.
See,
The Dominican Turk
to the culture truck,
doesn't wanna give me the works.
go but do the you
They
go.
wouldn't even give me some cottage cheese.
God, that's young.
He made a face to just want a piece of spoon like a tease. Was that nice? And it's not sugar and spice.
Chicken.
He goes chicken.
Remix.
Yeah. I showed him what they did to Shupa. You
What
know
did that
Shupa?
super?
They smoked him like a blunt. In fact, he was turned into a butt by his mommy.
But why did they announce this now?
I don't know. It was
So
20
many
years ago.
years ago.
Should Knight want to make his mommy look bad? Probably because the mommy's dead by now. Oh, let's ask him. Alexa, that's my fancy voice. Alexa, how old is Shupak Shakur's mother?
And 16. That was 9 years ago.
So he's not afraid of her because she's dead.
Ooh.
Mm.
You are-
But while she was alive, he kept it quiet
Okay.
because it would make her. What would she do? Talk harshly to him? I don't know. Sometimes strong black women have a lot of power over the men.
Right. Especially if you have intel.
You got intel. That's true.
Mhm.
That's when you're inside and you're telling people.
Mhm.
See, I know these things because I'm the prisoner of having to see. Hold your held prisoner by cock-a-doodles.
That'd be so cool if you could smoke a lot of celebrity and you could get a little bit of their powers transferred into your body. I mean, if they gave me an option, I'll pick Bob Marley.
Bob Marley?
I'll take a little bit of ashes and smoke it.
He's been dead a long time, Bob.
So I can have his talent, you know?
So were you gonna graveyard Bob Marley, go to Jamaica and dig his body up and smoke
No,
him?
I'm saying this guy gave me an option. A guy, and he asked me, what celebrity you want? And I can put it on your smoke. I was like,
First off,
Bob Marley. I want his voice. He got amazing voice, and he's gonna take me to the future. Look,
that's very impressive. You actually work out. Beating up children on the basketball court.
oh
Well,
man,
yeah. Oh,
oh
you
man.
think he just pushes them aside? You know what's going on there with his white beater shirt. What's that symbolize? You know what? First off, God, if he had you time travel, he wouldn't have you time travel to go back in time that when Bob Marley just was newly dead and smoke him, because God has better things to do with his time traveling powers.
I mean, who would you pick if you had options?
I wouldn't smoke somebody.
I know, but you can't live with their powers, man.
What power
It
of
could be talent, it could be singing, dancing,
hmm.
actor, it could be anyone, just a little bit.
You know who I would want? The
Oh,
power of Houdini, the great escape artist, so I could get the hell out of here. Or you know what? Who I would want? Anybody who could walk. Just walking. That's all I want to walk again. Oh God in heaven,
heaven.
let me walk again,
Oh yeah.
so I can get
What?
up the stairs again.
Stairs.
I want to go to heaven.
Heaven.
Heaven indeed I
Boo,
do.
boo, boo, boo.
But I can't get up there because I can't get on my shoes. I wanna go and get revenge on everybody who's ever did me wrong. but I gotta walk to their houses.
Mm-mm-mm.
Maybe I'll have my partner here. Help me along. He's easily paid off. He works for a song. Oh,
Tell me what else you find out.
who? Find out who.
What else you find out about today?
Oh, I found out that this beautiful young girl,
Mm-hmm.
she attacked the cops, put them in the hospital because they can't put, she snuck up on them like a commando. Beautiful woman.
Mm-hmm.
And then, because she was ripping off these signs that said the Jewish people had been kidnapped. And then the cop said, "Don't do that. That's not right." And she threw pepper spray in their head. Well, didn't throw it, sprayed it. And they went to the hospital and she got arrested.
Oh no.
Now, back in the good old days,
What
they
was
would
wrong
have
with
shot
her?
her. She was bad.
Oh
She
no.
was one of those assertive, sexually feminist women. And a good looking one. You would think lunatics would be like ugly, but
If
no.
it was back in the days,
They would have been ugly, right
I
off the
put
bat.
it in the trunk.
Oh, that's what you gotta do.
Put it in the trunk. And then the next day we're like, you seen Sadie? I didn't see Sadie.
That's what the cops used to do. They used to.
The last time I saw Sadie is when he poked Remy in the eye.
Okay, now we're gonna sing a song. Those were the days, my friend. We could brutality towards the underlings. We were cops and we could beat them in the head.
If it was a judge.
We had our sticks and true, and we shoot first, it's true.
We didn't have cameras, so
We
we
didn't
shoot
have
wherever we want.
we didn't have cameras on the place we want.
And we only have 6 cops in every town.
And they patrolled with a gun in their hand.
And we decided who lived, who died.
Judge and jury, my friend. Those days, those days.
Those days.
Those.
And if you at the bank, we took a piece of it and we said just tell them that he only took 10,000 when we really took like about 70, 100,000 of it.
Cops didn't make that much money. They had to supplement their income. Oh, let me tell you something. Our first responders should get a little graft there for themselves because they need it. They have children.
Mm.
I could have been a crooked cop. I would have been good. Oh, they would have loved me. I would have taken apples off the stand, but I would have given that guy extra protection.
See, back in the days, he'd be the worst cop ever.
Well, how dare you? Why you call me a bad cop?
Because even the lieutenant captain was evil.
That's true.
And he would not want him in his force.
You're telling me
He's
that
too nice. He's like, no,
I am a nice guy.
we don't want him. No, we don't want him. We want you.
I wouldn't shoot
I'm like,
everybody.
me.
Oh, he would make a
Me,
good
no,
cop.
no, you don't. You don't want
You know, he would be the
no.
one. He would be called the Dominican.
I
Oh.
mean, you don't want me, so oh no, man.
You would,
Oh.
and and he would wear sunglasses in the daytime, and they would say, "Is he a junkie cop? Is he a junkie cop? Is he a substance
They
abuser?"
put me under.
Ooh.
They put me undercover as a cop. And they'd be like,
Yeah.
"You a
Oh,
cop?" I'd be
yeah.
like, no, I'm not a cop.
You would fit right
Come
in.
on, I'm not a
No,
cop.
he's not tall.
Come
Back then, they had tall people
Don't
as cops.
be a cop.
Now they have little tiny little cute policemen.
No,
They have female policemen. Some of them are real rough. Some have weight problems, and some are beautiful. Oh, beautiful, oh, copy girl, arrest me, officer. Please arrest this man. Every time he opens his mouth, it's like he is slurring.
So we just found out that Didi wife or mother or baby mother is now saying that he is a woman abuser because he's in jail.
What?
So
Well, he
he's in jail, so she feels safer now to say it.
true.
So it's
She was
really
beaten.
true, but it's not true. I think it's true, guys.
Well, they had a film of him beating her up. I don't mean a shoving match. I don't mean of like mutual combat.
Mm.
No, she was trying to escape the orgy. She didn't want to do it no more. And she was walking. And he grabbed her by the hand. He kicked her. He kicked her while she was down. He
Mm.
kicked her. You're not supposed to kick a person when they're down. Man or woman. You're supposed to back up and say, I want to fight. But he
Mm.
didn't do that. Because he was Diddy. Diddy the doo-doo head.
I
And
think
I'm not afraid of him. I'll tell him, you know, Diddy, you could come to my house. I'll shove my into you with my wheelchair.
that's why I think a lot of people prefer to pick a bear than a black person.
Pick a bird with a black person?
They prefer to pick a bear than a black person.
Oh yeah, do you know that?
That's horrible.
No,
Because of Diddy and every other person that ruined their life.
because you know why?
Why?
I'll explain to you because you're not educated. You need to be educated.
Well,
Now, some people have very good experiences with black people, and some people have some bad experiences with black people. But people have been brainwashed that bears talk and they're nice and you're not. Oh, they can be beautiful and powerful creatures of nature,
Mhm.
but our children are being taught that if they go up to a bear, he'll give them a Coke.
Oh, they might give a basket of food.
Back in a basket of food, or you could go over their house, break into their house, and you go in there, sleep in their beds.
Yeah, they'll let you sleep in their bed and have soup and all that good stuff.
I guarantee you something. You go into that bear's house and you violate their privacy, and especially if you lay in the baby bear's bed. I hate to see what happens to you.
I think we'll never hear from her again.
No, she'd be eaten, eaten.
She'd be like porridge,
She'd be supper time.
like soup.
Like soup, they'd make her into soup. If they could cook, apparently in these storybooks they can cook
They could
because they
cook.
had porridge. This little thing, yeah, and they can't cook. They don't
The,
know
the
how.
bear we live in, he just eat them right there.
It's children are taught the wrong thing.
Yeah.
There's Yogi Bear.
They
There's
don't even
Smokey
clean
the
them.
Bear.
They don't clean after they mess.
No, they don't. They poop in the woods.
But in the cartoon, they clean.
They clean. They clean. Yes, that's true. They use shark. They use the poopy thing that it gets their heinies. You know, when I was little,
Look
you
at
didn't
that.
even know people had heinies.
Right.
People was mysterious. You know what? Women, I'm gonna tell you something.
Time.
They asked me if they can use the bathroom. You know what that means? And they're not powdering their nose. They're pooping. I know, I'm shocked too. They're not supposed to do that. They're supposed to be angels from heaven. And they're never supposed to poop or fart. But I've seen the farting and I've seen the burping. Because I'm confined to this house and they can't hide from me.
I think you guys overreacting over here, guys.
Overreacting. If you had women exposing themselves with their bodily functions, and you know who I blame? Female comedians. Because Amy Schumer, hell with you, Amy Schumer. Hell with you and your poopy humor, and you disillusioned me about women. I'll never date a woman again.
First
I'm
of all,
afraid they'll poop all over the place.
how would you feel if your woman never poop?
Well,
OP.
I would feel good about it. Of course, she'd die, but that's not the point. She would be around long enough to make me happy, and then I get a new wife and girlfriend.
His his wife lifespan will be like about a quarter.
Yeah, a quarter of a day, because she can a quarter
She's
of a,
only gonna live 20 years.
only 20 years.
So
I
where's she
think
gonna
less
go?
than that. I think she'd be dead in a week, but that's not the
Maybe a
point.
week or two, because she's gonna have so much liquid and
Right.
thing and food going there, but no food coming out.
You know, for a gangbanger, you're making sense. You know what? Women out there, you can poopy all you want and pee-pee, just don't let me know about it. You know what I want you to do? When you go into the bathroom, go, I have to go powder my nose.
Part of your nose.
That's what they used to say in the olden days. They said, oh girl, and they would go in groups and they would say, we gotta powder our nose.
I don't want nobody putting my nose on it.
Nobody wants to powder your nose.
You gotta tell me face to face.
You
You gotta use the bathroom what? And do what? And number what? And number one? You lying. If you do
Oh.
a number two, you could use it.
He's getting jealous. That's
He
so-
said, "Oh, no, okay, go ahead. Use it.
no, no,
And I want to hear it. I
yeah.
want to hear it.
I know his home life now, and it ain't good. Oh, please, little girl, and I don't know your name. Don't let this man abuse you. And then he wears a white t-shirt that tells you something about him. But he's a good Catholic. He has a cross on his chest and the junky glasses. He's wearing some sort of hat. He's violent as can be. He sees my guardian, you see. That's what I get from the government's true.
So supposedly they have a comedian in the news, and I think it's in Compton or Illinois, and he's getting famous for reacting accidents that happen in their town, and he's getting millions of viewers because the news decided to put him in there.
That's true. We were watching TV,
Mhm.
and then first we thought he was really the person. But then what he did, the goofiest crimes he reenact and excuse me, oh my goodness. He reenacted them, but he fooled us. He looked like Ghetto to me. Didn't he look like Ghetto to you? A lovingly,
Yeah,
lovable
love,
combo. A little bit
yeah.
that, and but then we found out that he's a comedian, that he reenacts the craziest crimes. Now, what crimes have you did which you would like him to reenact? That time that you chopped somebody's head off and put it on the windowsill?
I don't know what you're talking about.
That time where you lured some innocent person into the woods and chopped off their legs?
I don't
You
know.
chop off things.
I don't know what year was this, 2006.
The drugs did affect his memory. He doesn't, you know what? If they went to jail, when they said, I don't recall chopping that
I
person.
don't chopping the person in 2006, and I used to cut his leg first, and then got to his head, and then ripped his throat out first. I never did that.
You never did that?
In the year 2006, I won the Parker 600. That was not me.
That wasn't you, just a guy who looked like you.
Yeah, but the guy was wearing a blue shirt and a white tank top underneath it, and I burned it last night. But that was not me. I didn't burn it. It was somebody else.
There was somebody else. You could see the logic here that's being lacking. He knows what happened, and it's true. I've never seen him in a blue shirt. Listen, you're as innocent as Diddy. You're as innocent as the guys who killed Epstein.
Oh,
You're as innocent as Hillary Clinton.
hmm.
You didn't kill anyone. No, my son. You're as innocent as can be. You're a father of two and a husband of one. Yes, sirree. Now we all don't know your wife's name. She's just the gal in the picture.
I could tell you the name though.
You can, but I won't remember 'cause I'm schizophrenia and my brain is mush. They take advantage of me all the time. They gaslight me, it's so sublime. They tell me it's Tuesday when it's really Friday. They really stink. Oh, they really stink. What's your wife's name?
Stacy, Amanda, Krista, Summer, Afghan Tiki, Chin uh,
Is she ready?
Amy
She has
Kaushinga,
how many aliases?
and Cincy.
How many aliases does she have?
Oh no, this is a wife I have, you know.
Oh, you have one. Oh, you have more than one
Yeah.
wife.
About maybe 20 kids, you know. Well, not in the same state, you know. But,
Oh no, he is the Turk. He's an Arab.
you
You Muslim or Mormon?
anyway, man, if I tell you, then I do something. I don't think you want to know, man.
No, I don't want to know.
No,
That's an implied threat. That's subtle.
the one's a busy because of Muslim.
And he's speaking the language, wherever he comes
Yeah.
from. I heard it was the Dominican Republic, but I think it was really Puerto Rico
Mm.
because
Mhm.
you see, Dominicans talk fast and Puerto Ricans talk slow.
Mm.
But maybe he's secretly Cuban, and you know what that means.
Mm. What that means? Ooh.
I'm being held in trouble with the communists,
Mm.
but they're not gonna hold me.
So what you think about this guy who's getting arrested and is getting sent back to Mexico? You think that's being
Well,
is it being rigged or is just
I have a theory. See, he was the son of Chavez, a big boxer, right? But he had hard times and he took drugs and everything like that.
yeah, but I know Chavez. Chavez is a good fighter, you know, and
Yeah, but the thing is, he was not that good fighter, and his father. And what you know what I think? The
his
car,
father was a good fighter.
yeah.
How can he be one of those guys knowing that his father got everything, got money, he got the whole nine?
Mhm.
There's no way.
I remember when he turned pro at 15, he was a handsome little boy. Now he's 39, so old man. And he a lot of pressure was put on him because his father was the big champ. And and then like all young men, he started doing the drugs. And then he could indulge because his father was rich, and the drug pushers would hover around him, saying, "Take some drugs. You can. We think you're cool." And of course, a young man wants to be cool, and that's what happened. And all these years later, he's hanging out with drug pushers so he could get his drugs, and he's maybe doing intimidating. Because here you are, I'm a person in Mexico. And I just want to have my small business. Oh my goodness, who's at my door? It's Chavez's son.
Oh no. Oh yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you're
What do
right.
you want part of my business? But no, I don't want to give it to you.
Mm.
That's how they do it. Because they said he gun run and he was getting in drug. I believe it. Because
Or maybe he was just in the scene, but he wasn't even doing that. He wasn't even aware what's going on.
I think, oh yeah, like he's retarded. Excuse my language, I said an incorrectly correct word. Whether he was challenged mentally, let me tell you something. He knew what they were up to. You know what he did?
Wait there.
He wanted to free drugs and he wanted to deal with and he wanted to be macho. So he used drugs and he traveled in them. He's a bad boy. He was always a bad boy. He's like Biden's son. All bad boys who do drugs and do the nasty. He's not like my Donald Trump sons. They're good. They keep on accusing them of doing coke because they have bad sinuses. Let me tell you something. I have bad sinus too. Watch. Does that mean I'm a junkie? No, that means you're a junkie, but not me.
Yeah. You're right. You're right.
Now we're gonna go off here now because if we go too long, people won't read this.
You're right.
The attention span
You're
of
right.
people nowadays is like a gnat's.
Yeah, you're right.
Don't you think? Now look at me. I think I don't. I'm 66.
Where?
In the here in the car,
Where?
I'm 66 years old.
Where?
Well, in the body, actually, from the neck down, I am a 70-year-old. But in the face, I'm a young man. I would pass.
Okay,
Yeah, well, don't you
okay.
think? This is not doctor. This
Yeah.
is well,
It's not fake. It's not.
no, no, no.
I see it.
Now he looks like he's 17, drug pusher on the street. But you know how old he is?
How old?
He's in his 30s. Oh yeah, I told on you. You're not a girl. You're not supposed to be vain and not let people know your age. Unless you're going after, young chippies. You wouldn't do that. She's so
I'm in my
moral.
20s, man.
Oh. He knows too many old references. Let me tell you something. He starts putting the music, you could Sherlock Holmes his ass. Oh, excuse me, losing the language. Anyway, we gotta go.
We have to go. Yeah, we
We
have to
gotta
go.
because my roommates or my friends are coming over and
Yeah, and they don't want to see a dead body on the floor.
they don't want to hear
So
his
I had
singing
to
either.
call the 911 to come pick up the body and then clean him with the mask. Then I gotta go to cleaning crew to come and clean up and act like he wasn't here. And then I gotta take him to the hospital and act like it was like a heart attack or something. Yeah. But it wasn't me though. It wasn't me.
And that's what,
Uh,
they take first off, he's not going to get anywhere with his concept because he's going to get rid of the body, then take me to the hospital. Do you see the sequence? He doesn't know the sequence is all wrong. Anyway, the great criminal, just stay on the street corner dealing drugs. Know your role.
I mean, it's easier, it's a trade, it's a trade here and there, but
You,
it wasn't me. I was in the corner.
you know,
I just said bricks. I mean,
you know what I bet he's
lollipops and candy and stuff.
Oh yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
That's what he gives to those poor kids. He plays basketball and shoves in the face like those black girls do with their white girl who can play basketball.
Oh,
That's not right. We only have a few people coordinated enough to play basketball, and just when we get one, they shove it in her face and they beat her up. You know why?
right.
Because they're nasty lesbians who are jealous. They secretly want her and you know where. But she's a straight girl. So they get angry and get frustrated. It's like high school when you
Here's the situation.
You tell me.
When when the lady's playing the one with the stick and the ball that you got to hit it back and forth. You remember the twins? They were dark skin.
Isn't this baseball?
No, they got
They
this.
got sticks in basketball? I
It's
didn't know that.
like a racket
Oh, it's
with
like
the
a
ball and it's two dark skinned
hmm
woman, and she's very famous. And she was the only dark skin that played the light skin sports,
Oh,
and they did not accept her.
they didn't accept it.
But she brought in billions of views.
Oh, yeah, like a Jackie Robinson, only
And the
abroad.
father said, "Don't give up.
Don't give up.
Even find some."
Oh, I know who you're talking about, Sabrina. And
Sabrina and the sister.
they have steroids. And let me tell you something.
Yeah,
They
at
have no
first,
muscles.
first, no one liked her. They didn't even
They
want her
didn't like her.
to compete or nothing
They said she was too muscular.
until they found somebody that believed in her and look at her now.
Look at her now. She's doing commercials about weight loss.
And look at Kenny Cook now. She
Ken-
just started the league. Nobody wants her, but it's bringing billions of dollars in the WNBA.
You know
Who
what?
does that affect? Who that remind you of? Isn't that about the same story but backwards?
It's a stereo. It's everything's backwards.
Right.
Yeah, things are frequently backwards.
It's just repeating itself.
You know what
They
happened?
don't like challenges. They
They
don't
don't like
like
challenge.
they don't like changes. They don't like challenges, guys.
There was a young man who's had two goals.
Mhm.
One was to become one of the greatest golfers in history.
Okay.
Yeah. And the other one was to go about the countryside sleeping with as many white women as possible.
Tiger Wood.
Tiger Woods. Now, do you know something?
Wow.
Tiger Woods would get practically Viking girls. And I don't think he ever dated a black woman.
Actually, what I think is
You know
my
why?
prediction is
Because they're too fierce. They break his car like Beyonce did in that commercial.
I think my prediction was that before the golf, he was living a normal life with his mom and his family. But they didn't want him to give the opportunity to him because he was a dark-skinned golfer, but also was giving them more challenge than the regular people in the thing. It's later, years down the line, when they realize this guy can't stop him.
He can't stop him.
And
His wife tried to when she found out he was fooling around. The little Viking girl with the blonde hair.
Guess what
And
happened?
she hit him with a golf club and ran after his car and
Guess what happened? Every white woman went after that.
All the white women followed him every day, 'cause he was the top black who played. Every waitress in town Dreamed of him like getting that clown. When you're alleged nowadays, you could say, I have an addiction. Yeah, that's what I say. It's not that I'm a bad boy or infidelity. I have to do it because I have a disease, you see. We better get out of here. I don't think I look 66. Right? You know what he did? He shaved me. He made me beautiful. That's why I don't call the cops on him.
Every
And
man
well,
don't
I
get
should.
shaved. We grow our beards until we can't no more.
What are you? Quest for fire gorilla?
No, we caveman. We don't shave.
I'm being held prisoner by cavemen. You know, it used to be in boxing, they had guys you couldn't have a beard. Now
Why?
they got because it would cushion the punch.
Oh, so it was like kind of cheating on me.
But now they cheat every day.
Yeah.
Everybody cheats every day in many, many ways. What kind of world do you have when women don't pound their nose but have poopy time? Women are not supposed to be paper trained or get that at all. They're supposed to be little angels who don't poopy at all. Okay, we could go away. Dee 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 dee.
Do,
Do do do
do,
do.